Hello and all, welcome to a Galaxy Man Show interview show. So for today's guest is this incredible singer known by the name of Heather Evans. I'm about to add Heather into the live now, and I have a chat with Heather about her incredible music. So yeah, let's add Heather in and have a chat with Heather. Hi
What's
Heather,
up? How you
how's
doing?
it going?
It's going good.
Awesome. Well, I just want to say first up, thank you so much, Heather, for taking the time to join my show. It's such a pleasure having you on the show today. To people
Yeah.
that don't know who you are, if you can give like a bit of backstory about yourself, and then we'll dive right into the questions.
Yeah, that sounds good. So I'm a singer-songwriter. I'm currently in Columbus, Ohio. I have been playing music since I was 12 years old. I picked up a guitar when I was 12 years old, recorded like my first three-song EP when I was 15 years old, and released my first full-length album when I was 17 years old. And some of those songs actually ended up on MTV's Laguna Beach and like a Nickelodeon teen show called South of Nowhere. So it's just been a crazy journey. And I'm now currently 34 years old. And I've had several songs on TV shows, and I'm really going hard after that right now. Like that's my focus, and um, is to write songs for TV shows. So I actually just got word that one of my songs might be in an HBO, either promo or some sort of HBO show. So it's exciting, and I'm creating a ton of songs right now, like writing and releasing a song a month. So that's sort of a little recap of who I am and what I'm doing, and yeah.
Awesome. So we'll dive right into the questions now, Heather. So for my very first question, as you mentioned, you've created numerous of incredible songs. So for the very first song that I'm going to mention is "Doing Our Best." Is
Yeah,
called
doing
"Doing
our
Our
best.
Best." Yeah. What was
Yeah.
it like coming up with the idea of creating "Doing Our Best," and what's the meaning behind this one?
Yeah, so me and my co-writer Mike Myers, he's like an incredible songwriter. He has like this, I don't know, teaching program called Songwriting for Guitar. So that's his strength, is songwriting for guitar. And he produced that track. And we went into it like kind of in a cheesy way, like, every day we're showing up, we're trying our best. All we can do is like give our best. And I kind of thought about it for like back to school stuff, or like I could totally see it in like a commercial for like back to school. Like just do your best. And I have two kids. I'm a mom with two kids, and so it keeps me really busy. But I always tell them that like you may not um, you may not feel good enough, or like you're doing your well, but just do your best. That's all I ask of you. Like you don't have to have straight A's, but just do your best. So that's kind of that anthem, like just show up, do your best, be you, and that will shine through. So
So on to our very next question. So you've also created a song called "Flame in the Night." What was it like coming up with the idea of creating "Flame in the Night," and what's the meaning behind this song?
yeah, so Flame in the Night was another one I did with Mike Myers. And that one was just on MTV's Teen Mom 2. It was the end montage sequence. It was like this really powerful moment. And
Keep walking yourself in here.
the Night is like an anthem song. It's like an anthemic, um, you know, talking about me specifically, like sometimes in my creative life, I feel like I'm walking on this road alone. Um, but realizing like I have a story to tell, and the songs that I'm sharing are like this beacon of light and hope to people. Um, and that we all have that inside of us. Like each of us have a gift that we can share with the world to bring light and hope to the world. And so mine just happens to be music. So yeah, that's the thought behind Flame in the Night. And I was like thinking, oh my gosh, wouldn't it be so cool for the Olympics or something, like Flame in the Night?
Awesome. Well, I just want to say, like, the songs that we mentioned so far, I love your vibe with the songs that you've created. So like your vibe is amazing, and to people that haven't heard your songs, definitely go check out Heather's songs. Like you have so much talent, like you really do. And you have such a gift. And people should definitely go check out Heather. Definitely go check out her music because you are truly one inspirational singer and person. And I just want to say that. So yeah.
Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, it's I think that's my goal with music is to be encouraging with whatever song that I am creating, and that's always my goal is to have people feel uplifted and encouraged or feel something, you know, like it's all about the human emotion each song. So
So on to our very next question. So you've also created a song called The Monster. What was it like coming up with the idea of creating The Monster? And what's the
yeah,
meaning behind this one?
okay, so this is my alter ego, right? Like all the other ones you heard were like really like inspirational, uplifting. The Monster's kind of my alter ego, and I love doing dark. It's like a dark pop, haunting type of song, and it hits hard. Like the beat hits so hard, and the Monster is kind of representative of my inner critic, and like there's a line that in it that says, "Don't be so scared of the monster underneath your bed. The monster's in your head," and it's like you can't run from it, you can't hide from it because the monster's living inside. Like it's the thing that we're often afraid of is like external things, but the real thing that we should be afraid of is our own negative self-talk and um, critical thinking. Like we gotta flick off the monster and be like, get out of here, you know. Um, and I think I struggle with that a lot personally as a creative, just dealing with that inner critic and not feeling good enough or whatever it may be, and just reminding myself like, hey, don't let the monster be the loudest voice. Don't let your inner critic be the loudest voice that moves you forward. Yeah. So that was kind of the idea behind it. And I like came up with this whole like dark world to go along with it. So super fun.
So on to our very next question. So you've also created a song called Hold Through the Night. What was it like coming up with the idea of creating this one? And what's the meaning behind this one?
Oh my goodness. So hold on through the night. This was kind of like emotional for me. I'm like, oh, my son, we were living in Sacramento, California for 5 years. And we just made a huge move during the pandemic back to my home state in Ohio. So we're in Columbus, Ohio now. But my son's 11 and he was struggling really bad with that transition. And he wrestled with a bunch of anxiety and having panic attacks, and just it was uncharted territory for me, honestly, as a mom. And it broke my heart, scared me a little bit. I was just like, man, you're too young to be dealing with this kind of stress. And I would tell him every night as I was tucking him in, like, buddy, just hold on through the night. Things are gonna look better in the morning. Get some sleep, and things are gonna look much better in the morning. Just like get through this and it'll be okay. And sure enough, every morning he felt better, but it was like really tough for him. And so it was really cool because when that song came out, well, not cool, but interesting timing. When that song came out, me and my son actually both got COVID. And we were like, yeah, we got it really bad. And again, I was just thinking, like, hold on through the night. I was watching him go through it first and having like asthma issues, and his like blood oxygen levels were going really low. And I was just terrified and like, but the song was coming out at the same moment as he's going through that. And so I'm saying that again, hold on through the night. Like, and so it was crazy how that song came out right as we were going through that. And I was helping him through that. So I love that song so much. He listens to it on repeat to this. So
I
cool.
just want to say I'm so sorry to hear about that you both had COVID, by the way.
Yeah, it
This
was
year,
terrible.
like, yeah,
It
COVID,
was
this
that
pandemic has been
experience.
crazy,
Yeah.
but we'll all get through this. We will all get through this. And yeah, we all gotta have faith, I guess. So, yeah.
It was definitely like a really harrowing experience.
Yeah.
I got it really, really bad. I think because I was with my son for so long, that I got a really strong version of COVID. Um, and I ended up like having 105-degree fever and um, heart issues. I like have heart issues. I'm seeing a cardiologist and thyroid problems, seeing an endocrinologist. So it really hit me hard, and I'm still recovering, and I'm not 100%, but I'm hopeful, So
I believe in you. I got so much faith in you right now. So praying for you.
Thank you. I appreciate
Very
that.
welcome. So
Oh,
I'm sorry.
my mom just popped on here.
Oh.
Pampa, what's up?
Oh, that's so cool. So on to our very next question. So you have also created a song called "Come On, Let's Go." What was it like coming up with the idea of creating this one, and what's the meaning behind this one?
Oh gosh, I'm telling you my whole life story through these songs. Seriously, my songs are like monuments of moments that I've been through. So it's cool to look back on them and just the meaning behind them. But "Come On, Let's Go," I wrote when I was dealing with wanting to give up music and just quit, because it's just hard. Um, Music is really, really hard. And so "Come On, Let's Go" is kind of like my anthem to like get myself up out of bed and um, to shake off all the fear that I had and just go for it. You know what I mean? And I'm so glad that I didn't quit, because I wouldn't have experienced the songs on TV shows this past year and all the connections that I've made with other musicians. And so I'm so glad I hung in there and I didn't quit. Yeah.
So on to the very next question. So on to like the music side to things. What made you decide as a person, and especially as an artist, like to get into like the music scene in the first place?
Oh gosh. I think it was in me from a child. My parents, they're musical. So like my mom plays piano and sings harmony, and my dad, he has a killer voice. Oh my, he won't really sing in public, but he's so amazing. So I tried, like I got him to sing on one of my songs, which I was like, yes. So just as a young child, music was always on in the car. It was on as we were making dinner. We were listening to records. We were singing around the piano. So it was just in me, you know what I mean? From a young age, I couldn't escape music. Music kind of found me,
So on to my very next question. So who would be your like all-time favorite like inspirational person or music artist that inspired you, influenced you to for like music?
Okay, don't judge me. Okay, here we go. When I was a youngin', okay, like a teenager and just starting to write songs and learning to play the guitar, I looked up to like female singer-songwriters like me, like Jewel, Bell Branch, Avril Lavigne. Oh my gosh, because they were like teenagers when I was teenagers, Um, Gosh, even like pop artists like Britney Spears. I just loved her first album. I was like, yes. And so there was like a lot of cool pop singer-songwriters that I was just like, I want to be like them when I grow up. Like I want to have records like them and tour like them. Um, so having really awesome female singer-songwriters to look up to, I think was key for me as a young songwriter. And also in Columbus, we had a lot of really amazing like indie artists, indie rock bands come through that I was really inspired by too. And oh my gosh, I was at a show, if I could, twice a week when I was younger. I just like craved live music. So I was always trying to find out about the new artists, and I loved music that nobody else knew about. Like there's this band called Oakland that's still one of my favorite bands, and Love Drug. There are all these really indie artists that I love,
Yes. So on to my very next question for you. So what does performing like music mean to you, especially as an artist like standpoint?
What does performing like live music?
Yeah.
Oh gosh. I love it. I've missed it so much in this time. You know what I mean? I'm playing actually a couple gigs in a few weeks, which will be my first live performances in a long time. So it means so much to me to be able to connect with the art, or like connect with the audience. Um, because if they're just listening to me on Spotify, they don't get to hear the story behind how I wrote the songs. And so I love being able to explain my songwriting process to them, and share my thoughts behind each song, and it just like connects people to the song. And I also love meeting the other artists that I'm playing with. I think that's I geek out about that. And I've gotten to play with some really awesome artists that I'm like, how am I here with you? This is so awesome. And that's been a blast. Like, I met actually my producer that way. I got to open for his band New Lore. And Andrew Bell, one of my like all-time favorite singer-songwriters. I had to open for them and meet them, and I was just like geeking out the whole time.
Oh, that's so cool.
Like, I should have just come to the show. I shouldn't be open for you, but I guess I'm here.
Awesome.
So awesome.
So on to my very next question. So, who would be your like all-time like favorite like top 3 artists to work with in the music industry, and why?
These top 3 favorite artists. I don't even want to say it out loud because it happened. I don't want to. Just kidding. I know this is unachievable, but I'm gonna just say it. Okay, I would love to do a collab with Chris Martin from Coldplay. Just let me do some harmonies on a song. I don't have to have the front. I'll take the backup vocals, whatever needs to happen. I'm fine. I just want to be in the same room with him. Okay. Same with like Andrew Bell. Again, he's like, I don't think a lot of people know about him, but go check out his music. It's so good. Heartfelt. Emotional. He's had songs on all kinds of TV shows. That's actually how I heard about him. So I would love to do a collab with him, even though he doesn't probably remember me, but it's fine. And then, gosh, who else? I mean, any kind of. Oh, another one is like, I would love to do something with Matt Carney, or gosh, I'm trying to think. Be like cool singer-songwriter-y.
I'll tell you who I reckon you would vibe with. I reckon.
Who?
So Kylie Minogue. I reckon you would mix well with like Kylie Minogue wise.
I don't know if I know who that is. Carly Malone?
No, Kylie Minogue. She's an Australian pop singer.
Okay. See, it's so. I love Missy Higgins. She's one of my favorite artists. And Sarah Blasco. I forgot about them. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they're like Australian. I like a lot of Australian artists. So, okay, I'm writing down.
Yes. Because Kylie Minogue, yes, she's a singer, but she was also in an Australian drama called Neighbours back in the day. That's where she started out from, so acting-wise. And then she went on, after she did music, she actually went, a couple of years back, she actually went on to one of my favourite shows, Doctor Who, and acted in Doctor Who.
Okay.
So,
I've got
incredible singer and actress. So yeah,
that
really
is
good.
So cool. I love when they can cross over like that. That's so awesome.
So on to my very next question. So what have you learned about yourself as a person, and especially as an artist, like during COVID?
Oh goodness, I don't know if I learned about it. Oh, okay. I can tell you what this is. That's creativity, like being creative in this time and reinventing yourself is so important. And instead of like being defeated by the circumstances, looking for opportunity despite everything that's happening, right? So I like figured out how to do live streaming really well from my living room, and did some really cool living live streams on Facebook, and with like professional lighting and like a DSLR camera and the whole deal. And then also just like knowing the value of recording right now, writing right now, because there's going to be an opportunity soon when things open up that we're going to just be going for it, shooting 100% forward, that I won't have a lot of time to do that. So I'm like using my time wisely right now, and using the opportunities that I have to record, and all the music licensing stuff that I've been doing with songs on TV shows and stuff. So yeah, just like repositioning myself and not being afraid to try new things and being creative within the boundaries that we've been placed in. It's so crazy.
Yes.
Oh, I totally got on TikTok too, because what else do I have?
I actually discovered you on TikTok. That's why I was like, I have to do an interview.
I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I love TikTok. It's so much
Oh man, TikTok's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so great.
Yeah. So on to my very next question. So what are like the positives and negatives into creating your own music, and how do you get through those like negative moments as an artist?
Oh my gosh. I think you have to be your own cheerleader. I think that's the hard thing, is like, it's all on you. The weight is completely on your shoulders. Where if I was signed to a record label and everything, I'd have a team and they'd be like, Heather, you're so amazing and you can do it. That's a great song. You know, I don't know. You would have hopefully a support system, but I feel like as an independent artist, it can be really grueling sometimes, and I have to be careful not to get again into that negative self-talk of, you can't do it, who are you to think, you know, that you're good enough or whatever. I just constantly push down those negative thought patterns and do it anyway. Do it afraid. Like, so many times I've been so scared, but doing it afraid has been such a valuable lesson for me, and just like to push past it and lean into the discomfort, you know, and not shy back from it. So it's hard though, to be real. Like, I dream about the record label situation, but then again, you don't have as much control. So I like kind of creating my own, you know, my own direction, I guess, and can have full creativity. So
that's my very last question. So what's like next for you, like music wise, for the rest of 2021 that you'd like to announce?
what is next for me? Well, I'm working on getting so I've written, oh my gosh, I've written, recorded, and released a song a month since 2019. And so I'm working on doing a collection of songs, like where I have a physical copy that I can give out at shows. And also, like, whenever you go on Spotify or Amazon, they're all in one place instead of just like a bunch of singles. And then this year's songs, I put them all on one CD to sell at shows. And I'm also working on Christmas songs, or holiday songs. They're not even Christmas songs. Holiday songs to release this winter, which will be so much fun. So great. I've been working on it since last month, July, which is hilarious to be recording Christmas songs in July. But you have to make sure that it's done.
Lead up to Christmas.
Yeah, and I'm also like pitching songs like crazy for TV shows. And, I mean, I'm seeing so many doors open in that world that I'm also pitching some other artists as well right now. So it's crazy. It's a really cool time for me. I feel like there's so many doors opening that I can't really wait to see what happens and what's next. So it's exciting.
Well, would you like to perform one of your songs on the show, by the way, Heather?
Sure. Should I? Okay.
Yes.
I'm like, should I do it? Okay.
Yes.
I was thinking about which song to play, And I was thinking of doing the monster because I know it's like more dark than the other songs that I could do, but I think somebody needs to hear it. So maybe you need to hear it, or maybe I need to hear it. I think I do. I had kind of like I had a little breakdown the other day on Instagram. I like cried on Instagram, and again, it's just like I've been fighting that negative self-talk and just having to deal with my inner critic and my monster. And so I'm going to sing this song just to like get rid of it. You ready? So here we go. This is the monster. Don't be so scared of the monster underneath your bed, the monster's in your head. Don't be so scared of the monster underneath your bed, the monster's in your head. It's been keeping you up at night, deciphering what's true and lies. You can't run from me, you can't hide from me, you can't run from me, 'cause the monster is living inside. The monster is living inside. Don't be so scared of the monster underneath your bed, the monster's in your head. Don't be so scared of the monster underneath your bed, the monster's in your head. It's been keeping you up at night, deciphering what's true and lies. Yeah, you can't run from me, you can't hide from me, you can't run from me, 'cause the monster is living inside. Oh, the monster is living inside. Run, run as fast as you can't outrun the things in your head. Run as fast as you can't outrun the things in your head. You can't run from me, you can't hide from me, you can't run from me, 'cause the monster is living inside. The monster is living inside.
Yes.
Something like that.
Oh my god, that was amazing. Well, thank you so much, Heather, for making an appearance on my show. It's been such a pleasure having you on today. Do you have like any last final thoughts that you'd like to give to people on the show?
Final thoughts. Don't let the monster stop you, or fear or uncertainty stop you from doing what you're supposed to do. I'm supposed to do music. I know that. I'm going to keep plugging away at it. But whatever you are supposed to do it with all you've got, because we only have this one life to live, and life is fragile. So go after it. Don't be afraid to chase after your dreams. So